Welcome, dudes and dudettes, to a game called Dear Esther. I'm your host Jake here at DeLorean Games, and to be honest, don't know much about this game. All I know is it's a big adventure. It's a big story. But I'm pretty excited about it. I love stories. To be honest, a game with an awesome story, that's what I'm into. Oh, wow. Alright, so all I can go to is the lighthouse. Yeah, sure. I love a game with a good story. Shadow of the Colossus, no fighting except for giant freaking bosses. But just the scenery, it was just so beautiful, you didn't even care. You could be traveling for what seemed like hours, and you finally get there, and you're just like, awesome. This is epic. So, as long as everything else about the game is good, it doesn't matter.
Dear Esther, I sometimes feel as if I've given birth to this island. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude, a split opened up, and it beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity. An alpha point in my life that refuses all hypotheses.
Can I move already? Oh, I can't.
I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Oh, boy. What's happened here? Can I... Does that do anything? Alright, so I can zoom in with that. I probably should have looked at the controls. I thought I did for a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay, controls. Got it. Probably gonna edit that out. This game, wow, uses the source engine, right? That's what freaking Half-Life used. This is, ooh, what on earth? Someone's doing science in here. With paint, and just this game looks awesome compared to everything else. Seen with the source engine? I don't know. Oh, what's going on here? Someone was playing cards. A Hebridean history. Okay. Map. Alright. Whoa! On Earth? Was there a bat? Bat just flew above my head. Scary freaking bat. Oh, bird! Hey, hey, where you go? Alright, whatever. See you later. Ew, okay. This place is just abandoned. Alright. Didn't expect much. What would you expect? Ooh. Luminous paint? There's a lot of luminous paint going on. Alright, I can't really do anything. This is interesting. Can I run? No running. Take my sweet freaking time. This is nice. Should I have taken the downward path? Oh my goodness gracious. I almost fell there. That would have been bad.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
So maybe there's a guy in there. Was that? Oh, oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Okay. We're all right. We're all right. Don't worry. Well, cool. I don't know what to do about that. Someone's been here. Someone's been fishing. Someone lived off of this for a while. What the hell? Alright. It looks pretty beat up and torn though, so I don't know if anyone's here anymore. And again.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here,
go up here.
They fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves. The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
So poetic. So gentle. But yet, death grasps us all. Hey, is that where I fell? No. Oh yeah, that is where I fell, I think. No. No, that's not where I fell at all. Shut up. I don't know.
The mount is clearly the focal point of this landscape. It almost appears so well placed as to be artificial. I find myself easily slipping into the delusional state of ascribing purpose, deliberate motive to everything here. Was this island formed during the moment of impact? When we were torn loose from our moorings, and the seatbelts cut motorway lanes into our chests and shoulders, did it first break surface then?
It's a good question. No idea. I'm pretty glad that...
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath.
Crap.
You could see them
up there.
from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
There's an infection? What? Alright. So as I was saying, I'm glad that there's voice acting, and that is a man-made thing right there. That's not natural. That's man-made. We need to check that out. How the hell do I get down there? Oh my god.
I quote directly, "A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Probably. I'm not gonna talk like I know things, but I read, you know, and the narcissistic, those who, you know, will also believe that nothing is good in the world. They don't necessarily tend to believe that they're outside of that. I know I sure wouldn't. Especially if you're going to keep yourself in solitude after all that. If you found yourself to be higher than everyone else, then wouldn't you just kind of try and make something of yourself? You wouldn't put yourself away in seclusion. I made it. I'm happy. What? Units 3 chemistry. Oh, okay. Yeah, someone's doing science up here, man. I don't know what's going on, but someone's doing science. Is there anything else on these? No? Just covered in moss. Great. You know, that doesn't even make... Is that a cave? Is that a cave? That's not a cave. Oh! That's not a cave. Or is it? I want to go up this stream. Okay. Let's try a different way. I'm breaking off the path and I don't even care. Oh, come on. No way. Of course. Of course they don't want you to go up that. Alright, we got this. We got this. Don't worry. Don't worry. Shh. I want to make my way over there, though. I don't ever want to leave that. Something's going on there. I want to know if Donnelly's still on here. This is a little, daunting. Great. I'm not going to get back. Alright, here we go. Ooh, loading next chapter. Alright. Cool. Well, guys, tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If this is the first time that you've watched anything of mine...
Dear Esther.
Oh.
I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Oh, wow. What is going on over there? Alright, we've got a left and a right path here. And when we come back, we're going to decide what to do. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed what you watched. Tell you what, like it and favorite this like and favorite this video if you enjoyed watching it, if you were entertained, all that good stuff. Because it helps other people find me. And that's always a good thing. Join me next time. We're going to figure out what's going on down here. Subscriptions in the bottom middle. Next episode's in the top right. I love every single one of you. Have your people call my people. We'll do lunch.